Welcome back to Sista Brunch here live from the Essence Film Festival. This is only day one and I can't believe it. We've done so much already. And we're here with two writers who also wrote a pilot. So we've had some other people here who have done pilots and have had their readings done here, which is so awesome because each year you could come back and see, okay, next year did you actually film it? So this is Aliza Pearl and Samantha Nelson, and their pilot is called My Intelligence. So we'd love to hear a little bit more about both of you. What role did you have in writing this pilot, and then a little bit more about the pilot itself?
Sure. So Samantha and I came together to create this pilot. Samantha had the initial idea, and she brought it to me. Like, she wanted to see like a Black woman in a tech field, just going through life and just figuring things out. And so, yeah, I added some spice of my own to it, and
What spices did you add?
So, I suggested to Samantha that we make it about AI. Because
smart,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
So relevant and important.
Yeah,
yes.
this was like 6 or 7 years ago.
Oh yes,
yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm a big science dork, and so I'm bad at math and science, but I love just like studying about space.
Are you
and
a Trekkie?
NASA. I'm a huge Trekkie.
Me too. Oh
Okay. We'll talk about that later.
Yes, please.
Yeah, huge Trekkie, huge Sci-Fi, but I love like space and tech and everything. So I was like reading about AI back then and really intrigued by it and really interested in like wondering where this was gonna go. And so thankfully we put it in our pilot, and now it feels so relevant. And then getting to have like a Black, Latin, chronically ill woman as the center point of a sci-fi story, like, yeah, it's just something that I'm really glad to be a part of.
I love it. And Samantha, how did you come up with this idea in the first place?
Well, I had some really good weed. No.
Yes, sativa, little indica, little hybrid.
And it just came to me.
Yeah.
I literally wrote out 4 seasons of content in about 45 minutes.
Had you written a pilot before?
No.
So
well, I didn't write the pilot. I just wrote out like the synopsis.
And then you brought it to
an actual professional writer.
Okay.
It still took me like years to finish this pilot though, because it was my first actual pilot I've written. I've written short films. I've written web series. I've written other forms of content. And this was the first TV pilot I ever wrote. So it took me a while, and Sam was so patient with me. But we finished it, and now we're several drafts in and
reading it at Essence Film Fest. Chosen to read here at Essence Film Fest. So what is a technical term? So we have a segment on the podcast called Let's Talk Tech. And so whether it's as for a writer, a director, a producer, a cinematographer, or editor, we want to just share some terminology that you learned, especially for you writing your first pilot, and then for you bringing it to a writer. Was there some kind of terminology or concept that if you said it to someone out in the world who's not a writer or not in entertainment, they may not know? Is there anything that you learned?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's like a new thing that I learned for myself, but it definitely became more relevant for me as I was writing this, which is show, don't tell.
Yes, say it again.
Yeah.
Show, don't tell. Actually, can you give us an example of what that means?
Yeah, so instead of literally, a character in the show telling you exactly what happens, like explication, very obviously telling you what is going on, you show it on screen. And since, TV and film are visual media, your script is not the only way the story is being told. It's also in the visual. So you want to make sure to like set up those visuals in the script. And your characters are always in a backdrop, always in a location. So what is the location telling you about their story? Also, what is the character's behavior telling you about the story? So show, don't tell means show us why this character they're anxious. So they don't just say, I'm anxious. They're going to be doing something with their hands, or they're going to be like sweating, or,
I love it. And Samantha, how did you know to approach Elise? What did you say to her in terms of asking her to write this?
Well, I actually rehearsed the pitch. I sat down, put on a little makeup, and just told her I was honest. I said I smoked some weed and I came up with this concept.
Did you smoke weed before you even also sat down with her and put on the makeup?
No. And I just told her, like, all my life I feel like my intelligence was something that has been almost like attacked in a way, because I grew up, a very kind of, gifted, as they say, gifted student. I went to boarding school, and my intelligence, I feel like maybe I dumbed down or whatever, societal pressures. And this show is just kind of showing me that, how to just, my intelligence, I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Is beautiful and important and matters, and that there are I think especially for Black women, we even sometimes look down on, like you're talking, being Trekkies. By the way, I used to look down on Trekkies, I'm going to be honest, and then I married one, and now I'm like, oh my God, I've been missing so much. I just finished Deep Space Nine, the whole thing, It's so good, and I think back and reflect on how I didn't take advantage of my friends who were brilliant, because I didn't want to be I want to be with the cool kids. So I love that you're giving this opportunity to have a character that is representing that. That's so exciting.
And Aliza, basically, she's like one of the smartest people that I know. She went to Princeton University. She studied under Toni Morrison. And I just knew that she had what it takes to bring this project to life.
I love it.
Yeah.
So one other thing that we love to talk about is finances, because I think we don't talk about it. And sometimes we ask our guests what their salary range is, because we want to kind of let people know it's important to share that. And it's almost gatekeeping not to talk about it. So I know often once you get to a certain place with your pilot, and you may be too early in this place, but if not, we'd love to know. Once you get to a certain place, it's really important to know your budget, right? So that when you start to pitch it out, you know who to pitch it to, you know what's appropriate. So have you thought about your budget for the pilot at all?
No.
Understood. So you're in early stages, still in development.
Absolutely.
So what is next for? What's the next step?
What we both really want is for this show to be picked up so that we can do it properly with a studio, with the production company behind us, get to have that full support. If that doesn't happen, we still want to shoot it, and we'll shoot it ourselves. We'll figure out how to do that. I have piecemeal knowledge about producing, and I've done producing and directing here and there as an actor, creating my own content. We both have a lot of contacts in the industry in LA. So we'll figure out a way to make this, but we think this story and this character deserves like a full, beautifully produced and shot series. So that's what we want. That's what we're going for.
I love it. We wish you the best of luck. Come back on the podcast once you've sold it, and then once you've shot it, and when you're distributing it. Thank you so much for coming on Sista Brunch, and good luck on your. Did you do your reading already, or is it coming? Oh, how did it go?
It went really well.
Yes. Yeah. Wonderful. Good luck to you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
This is Aliza Pearl.
And this is Samantha Nelson.
And you're listening to Sista Brunch Podcast.